Squad? MizzyWorld Entertainment is back to present another episode of MadMizzy Sports. We are the hosts, Mad Mizzy, Ron Money, and Quanchola. What's the deal, fellas?
What's going on, everybody?
Stupid Monday.
Yeah, y'all know that's Ron, good old saying, but we welcome y'all back. We was going for a little minute and we got a lot to touch on, but before we jump into the rundown, Q, you got a message before we jump into everything?
Yes, I do, guys. What's going on, guys? Um, us here at the MadMizzy Sports Show, we like to give a big shout out to everybody that rock with us, especially.
You went out, bro. You went out.
Hold
What?
on,
No,
hold
you
on,
good.
hold
You
on.
good. You good. You back in. You back in.
Let me do not hold on, guys. Um, yeah, guys. Us here at the MadMizzy Sports Show want to give a big shout out to the chat. And guys, if you're looking to support us here at the MadMizzy Sports Show, y'all can do that by donating to the show through the Cash App, dollar sign what up squad. Again, the way to support us here at the MadMizzy Sports Show is through the Cash App, which is dollar sign what up squad. Again, what's up, everybody? We back.
Yes,
We
sir. Yes,
back. We so
sir.
excited, man. We excited.
Yes, sir. We got a lot to touch on, and spelling for the Cash App will be is in the comment section right now. What up, squad? And before we jump into everything, y'all already know the routine. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, that alert button, that like button, that share button, and get ready to comment on everything because we want to know what y'all thinking just as much as we thinking, especially on this first subject, man. This thing got the internet buzzing right now, man. What happened, man? Shedeur had one of the most historic NFL slides in NFL history. What happened? What's your reaction, man? What was y'all thinking as y'all watching this slide, man?
I mean, like y'all two good brothers here, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot to discuss when it comes to this whole Shador sliding back round thing, but I heard all the recounts throughout the day, you know, from all the dudes over the major networks and all the local dudes who doing their thing like how we doing our thing. But
Hmm.
overall, man, uh where do I want to start? First of all, y'all see how my man was prepared to go down if he would have been drafted in the first round. You know what I'm saying? He was willing, he was ready to go out big or whatever. But how he decided to celebrate him being drafted in the first round, if that would have happened, that's all on him, man. How we
Yep.
celebrate wins is how we celebrate wins. It ain't got
Hmm.
nothing to do with, you know what I'm saying, his rebellious attitude that, or whatever label that they try and place on my man. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? He's very humble in my eyes. He's very humble. Yeah, he a little flashy, but he inherited that. You know what I'm saying? He the son of one of many sons from the great Deion Sanders, who we all looked up to coming up. You know what I'm saying? So like, if he was my pops, I'm not even his son, and I feel that way about myself. I'm celebrating wins. We celebrating wins big. That's just the culture. That's just how we. That's just how it is. You know what I mean? I heard guys like Jason Woodlock who feel like, you know what I'm saying,
Ah, this
Dion
guy.
kids are like silver spoon kids or whatever, you know what I mean? But that's
This
just his
guy.
opinion. Ain't nothing factual
This
about that.
guy.
He was trying to say the fact that, you know, Dion coming from Fort Myers, which is a very impoverished town, you know what I'm saying? So somebody like him to be celebrating the way he did is different than his kids because they feel like his kids came up privileged, you know what I'm saying? But man, like I said, that's just his opinion. But as far as like the NFL, it do look like it was a collusion here. You know what I'm saying? It's like the commissioner gave the word out to the owners, like, or the owners gave the word out to the commissioner, like, yo, this is what we doing, and everybody agreed upon it. Cause ain't no way Shador, somebody who a lot of people thought was the second best quarterback in his draft class, end up getting drafted not only in the fifth round, but like he was like the fourth or fifth, or maybe even sixth quarterback selected in the whole
I
draft, so
believe
which is
six. I
crazy.
think he was the sixth quarterback
Which
taken.
is crazy. I mean, he got drafted on a team that they took another quarterback before him, which is
Yep.
crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said,
Yeah.
there's so many different factors. We could go so many different ways, but overall, I'm just disappointed at how the NFL handled it. But my man don't seem like he really phased by it. He seemed like he willing to get up in training camp and really compete for the starting job at for Cleveland, which that should
Hmm.
be everybody's dream objective, which is to start for the team they get drafted by. You know what I'm saying?
Or the
All
team
that
that they play
him,
for. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I'm saying all that waiting on the bench for a couple years to start. That's nonsense. We say that to the dudes who really ain't got no future at QB. You know what I'm saying? But on the other hand, he does have a future at QB, and Cleveland gave him the opportunity. I feel like when he do go to training camp, I don't know if he's gonna start off strong, but at some point I do expect for him to have the opportunity to play QB for the Browns this season. And once he get that position, hopefully he take off and run with it. But that's all I got to say about Shedeur, man. Shout out to Shedeur. Shout out to Cleveland for doing what everybody thought they was gonna do. And even though it was a couple rounds late, hopefully they had success this season.
Facts.
Cause that
Go ahead,
jersey gonna
Ryan.
be the number one jersey on the market. I'm copping. And I'm
He
an
said I'm
Eagles fan, but
coughing.
I'm copping.
Definitely true. But yeah, man. I mean, good to be back. Good to be back. But
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
here on the MadMizzy show, you know what I'm saying? And I believe on the last show that we was on, I called them being a back-to-back pick with Cam Ward, and it didn't happen. My man went in the fifth round with the 144th pick. But this is the MadMizzy Sports show, so I'm gonna go ahead and say this was just jealousy and bias. This man should have been drafted in the first round. You had teams literally that needed a quarterback. It, his talent that I don't know why they didn't draft him. He went to a team that should have just drafted them from the rip anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. But
Right.
Pittsburgh not drafting him, I don't know what they plan is. I really
Hmm.
don't care, but this man should have been drafted in the first round. You gonna tell me in the quarterback league and you bring up his stats, you look at his stats in the HBCUs in Colorado. This
Hmm.
man threw for 3,000 yards each season for 30 touchdowns. And you gonna tell me five other quarterbacks go before this man because he got his dad telling y'all where they don't want to go? I don't care I don't care. I don't want to hear that narrative. The only narrative I've been hearing ever since I was young, coming up as a black man in America, my dad never was around. So
Hmm.
when you got a kid bring coming up from his dad and showing that swag, and this the way how he gets humiliated on live TV. Come on, man. Come on, man. This is petty. This is real petty, and this is corny. And I don't even want to bring in comparisons because when the white quarterback do it, is all good because he didn't want to play his older brother every year. Like, are you serious? Are you
Yeah, because
serious?
the man is definitely had put it out there. The other teams that they wasn't playing for, especially when Eli was coming through, they
Eli,
made
for
it. They made
sure.
it. They definitely notified the public that
They didn't
certain
want the
teams my
Chargers to
son
draft
my
him.
son would not be playing for. You know what I mean?
But it's cool for
Yeah, they
them to
didn't want the
do.
Chargers to draft him.
It's
Chargers
cool
still
for them to
drafted
do.
him, and then he got traded. So it's
They got
crazy.
traded. Yeah.
And then I'm hearing all this. Oh, he's really not that good. Look at the stats.
Yeah, the
Look
stats
at
do
the
say
stats.
that, Ryan. No, but there's one thing I do agree with. I do think he was over evaluated. I ain't gonna lie. Not fifth round worthy, but definitely I think he was a tad bit over evaluated. But only because
Only thing
every
I blame
time
Dion
you
on.
look
Yeah,
at
I
teams,
want to get into the nitty gritty of it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But I
Only
want
thing
y'all
I
to get it
blame
off y'all
Dion on.
chest.
See, this is where I blame Dion at. Dion should have went to a SCE school, a SCEC school, because if he goes to, I can't even say that because this man, bro, this is a quarterback driven league, bro. And you what he was killing his teammates because somebody missed the block.
Yeah,
We
but
hearing leadership on campus.
unfortunate. Yeah, but unfortunate for Shedeur, man. Every big every championship game, every conference championship game he played, they lost. No matter if they was the best team in the conference or not, they always ended up losing in the conference championship game. So it is a little knock on him, but like I said, not worth enough to be the sixth
Going to fifth
quarterback
round.
drafted overall
Yeah, come on, man,
and the
stop it,
fifth
bro.
round
You
pick.
look at everybody draft card in quarterback. He's top three quarterback, bro. He's a top
Right.
three corner. You can't tell me Jackson
That's
Dart,
true. Sam Jones.
Daniel Gabriel, Tyler Sow. You can't tell me those guys better than him, bro. You cannot tell me
Right.
this.
Hmm.
I see Jackson Dart play. Come on, man. Come on,
Yeah.
man. Hey,
Yeah.
Miz, go ahead, man. Hey,
It's a good. Yeah, I was shocked. I mean, y'all know I thought he was the best quarterback in the draft. Like I said before, he turned around Jackson State. He turned around Colorado. But I mean, I'm not a scout, and I wasn't studying the tape, and kind of the writing was on the wall if we was watching everything, bro. They wasn't liking what they were seeing from him as a player, bro. And I'm gonna ask you the question because we went straight to it. But for me, I y'all see my immediate reaction. If anybody following me, y'all see my immediate reaction. You know what I'm saying? I put my bread on it. I still think Shedeur is going to have a better career than Jackson Dart. But upside wise, Jackson Dart does have a stronger arm. You feel what I'm saying? He is more mobile. So it's a lot of things that came out that when you look at it and you said the stats, Ryan. Let me tell you who's in his class of the stats that you're talking about. You got Colt Brennan, Colt McCoy, and who else? And Graham Harrell. That's like the touchdowns and completion percentage. But those are those dudes, they like kind of like Shedeur. They don't play in that tougher conference. They put up the good numbers, but that because of the offense or is it because of them? I like Shedeur. I love Shedeur, but I think yeah, it was pressed, man. It was we pressed him a little too high. I don't think you there's no way you can spin it to me you picking Dylan Gabriel before him. Jalen Milroe, it's another thing with the raw talent and people was talking about him like Lamar Jackson. You get what I'm saying? Like coming into the draft. So
what a ball.
but Dylan Gabriel going ahead of him is hard. But my question to you, Ryan, do you think Mike Tomlin really would sell out for like that? Or does he think that Shedeur is just not that good? Because it can't even just be Aaron Rodgers because he's not going to be there that long.
Right, right. I think he don't think he that good. I definitely do think that. But me personally, I'm not a scout either. I think
You
he's
feel
better than the
exactly, exactly. So I mean, to me it was sad. And then you had that nut ass young boy calling him with the prank phone call. That was completely unnecessary, completely uncalled for. Who was that? What's his name? Mike Olbrick. He should be fucking fired if you ask me, but that's just my opinion. Y'all know if that was we know if that was a motherfucking black coordinator calling a white quarterback, like motherfuckers would have
Come
lost
on.
a job, motherfucker. Bro, that it would have been a whole, you know what I'm saying? So
It would have
I
been a
didn't
whole
like how the whole
investigation.
thing went down, but I was watching as like people was talking about him, like coming up to it, like a lot of people was just saying like it's it's hard to evaluate him because of the offense that they played in, and he targets Travis a lot. You feel what I'm saying? So I think Shador's still gonna have a great career, but I don't know if it's a collusion thing, in my opinion. You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because
no,
then
no.
at the end of the day, I don't think it was that many teams that was really looking at Shador anyway. Like they was only I think they said the Saints. Then I mean, again, the main one is why didn't the Steelers look at him? Browns, why didn't y'all take him before Dylan Gabriel? I don't understand that. And then who else was there? I mean, the Giants, and then the Giants with Jackson Dart. So it
Jump
really
back in
wasn't
the
too many people. You feel what I'm saying?
right.
Yeah, but
I
it's
don't
one
think he was a
other.
talent like a Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter. You get what I'm saying?
There's only one other aspect though that you could touch on in terms of this whole Shador thing. The one other elephant in the room is his dad being Dion, his
Yeah.
dad being a coach,
Hmm.
his Shador playing in his dad's system for like the last 4 years,
Oh,
and it's one of those
Not the
things
last
where
four
like
years. He coached them in high school too.
even that, and it's that element of your dad is a former NFL player. Is he going because he have the bravado and the ego? Is he going to be like taking more, still taking more of a listen to from his pops versus the team. You know what I'm
Good,
saying? At this point,
the
yeah,
actual
coach. Because
coaching. Right, right, right,
at this
right, right.
point, you and your dad's relationship is essentially over. Your dad not coaching his team. Your dad ain't no assistant to the
Yep.
team. He ain't no uh he's not a
He got to
contributor
worry
to.
about Colorado. You got to
Yeah,
worry
you gotta
about
worry
making
about
the football
Colorado,
team.
but that
You know what I'm
fear
saying?
of that fear of contract is still there, and who want to
Oh, for
deal with
sure.
the starting QB who still may be taking information from his dad, telling him things to say to the team and to shape the team in this way versus that way. Because he might go to a team which is the Cleveland Browns now because he was drafted. They might run the offense that he don't agree with. You know what I mean? And instead of sitting there trying to learn the system of Cleveland, he'll be trying to maybe calling his dad to get connections to your pop. See if you can call these people and see if we could flip the offense to resemble how we had it in Colorado. You know what I'm saying? And that's just somebody
Or
giving
just
the
one
job.
tweet. Or just
Huh?
one tweet from Dion. Or just one tweet from Dion. It's gonna be oh
Anything
look.
critical or anything critical from
Yeah,
Dion, you know what I'm saying? Did that
Anything
come
from
from
yeah,
Shedeur?
Dion.
Or is that just
yeah,
Dion, criticizing the team because his son played for the
No.
team? Like, what
No.
aspect of
No.
Dion are we going to get because
yeah,
we got Shedeur
No.
now? So
yeah,
Right.
outside of that, that's the only other thing that you really could
yeah.
put the hate on, his association with
Hmm.
Dion. But other than that, man, if it's just a talent thing, Shedeur got the opportunity to show us now that
Prove
you know
it.
what I mean? It
Prove him
wasn't him
wrong.
being coddled underneath his dad's offense. Now he really know what
But
he's
this is
doing.
Cause
why.
I
And
don't
But
think like I mean I saw it like I seen him throw on time like I seen him take big
yeah, he
hits
made
but like
throws for
again
sure.
I wasn't studying you get what I'm saying like I
The
wasn't
tape like
studying
that.
the tape you feel what
Yeah.
I'm saying like I'm not a scout you feel what I'm saying so I'm just going off of the games and watching it and
And
being a
what we
fan of
see,
course too so
bro,
you know
know
what I
how to
mean
play
so
football. You know what I'm saying?
facts
yeah,
Yeah,
facts
I
you feel what I'm
agree.
saying like he went toe to toe with Caleb Williams in his junior year and that was when Colorado was bad so listen, man, I love his competitive nature, and I love the way he took it on the chin. Just like y'all said, man, he proved that he is a humble kid. Regardless, he was
The big
appreciative of
chin.
getting
He's still
drafted.
humble.
And at the end of the day, like for me, once I saw who drafted him, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, and you still go to a bad situation, and they drafted another quarterback ahead of you, like, and he
But they
still
said
took
the
it in
Eagles was
stride. And I think he
applying.
gonna kill him. I think
I
he gonna
heard the
kill him,
Eagles was
bro.
applying. I heard the Eagles was like, fuck it, we gonna go grab him. If everybody else want to
I
stay, I
think a
can do
couple
it.
teams that was like settled with their quarterback was eventually going to draft him because they like
Yeah.
he's too talented. You feel what I'm saying? Like to like come on, bro. That to me
I don't know how
like
true that was, but that's what they were
I feel like
saying.
that fifth round is just what's like probably the black thing. Like I think the talent might have been the third round, fourth round, but fifth, Dylan
Yeah.
Gabriel going ahead of him. Come on, bro.
Black superstar to make, and yeah, they trying to humble him early up, exactly.
Yeah, man. Especially he didn't have that wild tape either. They like nah, bro. Nah, we gonna humble your ass real quick. You
And
feel
with
what
him
I'm
not
saying?
going to the
So.
combine, I think that just added to the
true.
NFL. He gave the NFL ammo to do something like this. Just like with Colin Kaepernick. I heard somebody else make a take that I totally agree with. When Kaepernick decided to take his training from, where the NFL had it at to where he wanted to have it at on his own, that was like, oh, Stephen A. Smith said that. That was the writing on the wall for the
Yeah,
NFL. And I agree. When you start saying what you're not going to do for us, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
then we
That's
gotta
a
we gotta
billion
give some of
dollar
that
business
back to
that you
you.
trying to get into, bro. We not
Yeah.
here. You called us. You
Right.
know
Yeah.
what I'm
So you
saying?
think you're
So,
being petty with us, and they turned around and showed that they could be even more petty. So that's all it was, you know what I mean? So now Shador got to work it off. He still got 4 mil. He's still getting
yep,
4 mil. So he
yep.
just gotta work for
And
that
he ain't
for that
worried
big
about that.
payday.
You feel what I'm saying? He got the opportunity. That's all that
He
matters.
wants the
It's just
payday at the beginning of your career,
how weird did y'all
or
think
will
that
this
is
give
though?
him
Like the Browns
year
did that
four,
though,
year
and
five?
didn't they trade back to didn't they trade back in the fifth round to get him, or traded up in the fifth round to get him?
Yeah, they traded up once they started hearing that other teams was going to
Yes.
grab him. They traded
Right.
up to get him in the fifth round,
Which is more weird. Which
which
is
is
more
more
weird.
weird.
Like this is petty.
I,
This is real
yeah,
petty.
Super
that
petty, super
definitely
petty,
that
really
I
petty.
mean I don't see how you can like because if you watch. You know what I'm saying? Because Dylan Gabriel, he's a small quarterback. You feel what I'm saying? Like he's real small. I don't want to take nothing away. He's definitely he had a good career in college. You feel what I'm saying? But he's a small quarterback, and they got their asses whooped in the Rose Bowl. So if you want to talk about losing your last game, you feel what I'm saying? He didn't put out too good a tape against Ohio State, if you ask me. So yeah, man. Shout out
Dirt lost to
Shador
an unranked
getting
team.
drafted and prove these motherfuckers wrong, man. That's it. Prove me
Jackson
right,
Dart
man. Because I thought I still think he might be the best quarterback in the draft, bro. Yeah, man.
Jackson Dart lost to an unranked team.
Facts. But there's a thing like Q was saying. I think Shador was winless against ranked teams as well. So
He was. He was.
yeah, so
But
yeah, so he
you're
didn't
not
have a
going
win
to
against ranked
kill him
teams.
for that. You're not going to kill him for that.
Oh no, that's a team stat as well. You get what I'm saying? That ain't you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
Hey, listen, you know where I had him at. You feel what I'm saying? But like I said, I was paying attention to how everybody was kind of evaluating him, and from that, they wasn't viewing him the way we was viewing him. I'm gonna just say that. You get what I'm saying? Like they didn't see what we were seeing. You know what I mean?
right.
What y'all think about this move though? The silly ass Browns traded away from getting Travis. They could have had Trav and motherfucking
Shedeur.
Shedeur for real. But what y'all think about Travis going to the Jaguars? And did the Jaguars give up a little bit too much, or do y'all think he was worth it?
Well, in terms of the no, it's a perfect match for the Jaguars because whatever pre draft meeting that they had with Trav, they really was impressed because I was hypercritical of Trav having hold on, y'all can hear me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was hypercritical of Trav of having the ability to play both sides of the ball, being drafted with the idea that he gonna play both sides of the ball, and he was. So I was like shocked. But they were saying
Hmm.
that Jacksonville is the city that I don't know if he's from Jacksonville or not, but I know he got like what I'm saying he real close to
He's
the
from
city of
Florida, I
Jacksonville.
believe.
But he real close to the city of Jacksonville. Like that's
Hmm.
the team he wanted to play for.
Play
Like
for it. Yep.
yeah, I
Yep.
mean, I was watching some some early footage of him playing like a high school championship game at the field that the Jacksonville Jaguars play, and he had a video that was like, I can't if I ever got make it to the NFL, I want to play for Jacksonville, and they was able to make his dream come true. You know what I'm saying? So they definitely was impressed with him at the pre-draft meeting, and they already since that meeting they was committed to drafting uh Trav. So it looked like a match made in heaven for both parties are happy. Trav
Yep.
happy because they give him the opportunity to play both sides of the ball, and of course Jacksonville happy anytime you draft a future stud in the NFL. So we're gonna see what this marriage look like. Ultimately, I still don't think that he's gonna be playing both sides of the ball long, but the fact that they committed to whatever dreams and aspirations he have, that shows that he got the team and the city support. So shout out to Trav and shout
Yep.
out to Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the Jags. They definitely had their guy. And he said he
Hmm.
was on the phone with both of the coordinators, so I guess they got
Yep.
something special for him. So
Yep.
shout out to Chiefs, man. Just go down there and just ball. You know what I'm saying? Now he
Hmm.
can catch points and touchdowns from Trevor Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? So do
Hmm.
your thing, man. Do your
Yep.
thing. Shout out to the
Yep.
Jacksonville Jaguars getting grabbing their man. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
Travis gonna be good, man. He gonna be good. I heard they gonna stick him at receiver, so you gotta guard Trav and what's my man, the rookie that was balling out last year.
Oh yeah. From LSU. Um,
Yeah, yep.
Brian Thomas.
Brian Thomas Jr. Yep, yep. They going. It's just going now. It's just gonna be up to Travis Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? You got paid.
Yep. This
Can't
this
you
is
come
this is make or break a
out
year for Trevor Lawrence. That's what this means.
here? Boy, you'll get the fuck up out of here. Even though we
Shit,
don't
we
got
didn't
no
put
good
Travis at fucking quarterback.
quarterback.
Shit, you see, we would. You know
Even though we
what
don't
I
get
mean?
no next year, but we're gonna find a way to try to get in this draft because I know it's gonna be
Man, let
some good.
Cleveland fuck around and cut Shedeur. Shedeur be playing for Jacksonville. 'Cause
What?
Shedeur got Florida roots too. His dad from Florida, so
Yep, yep.
they ain't opposed to going down
You talk
Florida.
about if you want to.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I don't know. I think honestly, Shador might land somewhere else outside of Cleveland
Yeah,
because
that's
I
what it's
think he
looking
gonna have
like.
a good. He gonna have a real good motherfucking preseason.
Preseason.
Or he might win the starting job because when you look at it, of course, Deshaun gonna be out this year. He should beat out Dylan Gabriel.
Should
I
beat
think
out
he should have
Kenny.
beat out Kenny Pickett. And I
Definitely gonna
mean,
beat
Joe Flacco,
out.
old as dirt, but he got a
Yeah, the
gun.
only
But other than
competition
that,
is Gabriel. That's the only competition, and I think he could beat him.
But
yeah.
Fleck gonna
So
start initially though. Fleck getting
I
nod
think so. Yeah,
initially.
just because of
The
the
name.
experience,
Yeah.
and experience. You know what I'm saying?
He remember Flacco brought that team to the playoffs when the coach was there.
Right. Stefanski
So
love him. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
Flacco might win the job, but it ain't gonna be for long.
Shador should be the backup at least, in my opinion, as far as what the way I'm looking at it. With the thought of him being a starter once Flacco start being Flacco.
Mhm.
You know what
No,
I
I
mean?
agree.
But yeah, shout out to Travis. To me, I don't think that's too much because, like you said, they got two players. I don't know how long it's going to last. I completely agree with that, Q. But like I said, I thought that somebody like a team out there like the Jags, they so hungry for that attention and that superstar stardom. They gonna give them that
They
opportunity
gonna
and
tell him
as
anything. Hell yeah.
exactly. You feel what I'm saying? So they gonna give him that opportunity, and if he ball out, then he stay there. But if I mean, as soon as he get hurt, it's always going to be brought up, bro. We can't lose two positions, so you got to choose one or the other. But shout out to Travis, man, second overall pick in the draft, Heisman Trophy. Congratulations, kid. You're doing your thing, man. And that's the black
Congratulations.
excellence we want to see, especially and the Cam, man. We started off with Shedeur because that was just crazy, but shout out to Cam Ward being the number one overall pick in the 2025 draft, man. I don't know how good y'all gonna be down there in Tennessee, but congrats. Let's go over to pick three though, man. New York Giants taking our guy, man, from Philadelphia, from y'all Pop Warner team, North Philly Aztecs, or what y'all call it? Is y'all call North Philly Aztecs? I don't know what the first name
No
is. Is it
Philly
North Philly?
Aztecs for
North
sure.
Philly? Oh, all right, all right, all right. Yeah, North Philly Aztecs. You feel what I'm saying? And went to Penn State. Shout out to Abdul Carter getting drafted by the New York Giants. What's y'all reaction? Y'all scared?
First and foremost, shout out to Abdul
You
Carter
scared,
and
Ryan?
shout out to the North Philly Aztecs. Yo, chat, y'all
He
watching?
said no.
Drop North Philly Aztecs in the chat, man. Once an Aztec, always an Aztec.
Northwest Raiders.
But I
But
was
go
just
ahead.
thinking, man, Abdul Carter, man, if we could have winded up with him on the green team, oh my goodness, man, that'd have been how we make it too much
That would have
magic
been
happen.
cheating.
I
That would
don't
have been
even think my
cheating.
heart would have allowed that. I don't even think my heart would have gave up. But
Our
Abdul
text group
Carter
wouldn't
gonna
have
be
allowed that shit, that's for sure.
he gonna be a beast. Yeah, I mean, he walking in the steps of Michael Parsons. I mean, he walking in the steps of what's my man that used to play for Washington?
Or
LeVar
Arrington.
Arrington.
LeVar Arrington, you know what I'm saying? So you know, if you're a tight end or I mean, if you're a tight end or a D end or a linebacker coming out of PSU, you know what I mean? You serious. And
If you
us
wear
being
that number
Philadelphia,
11, you serious.
yeah, and us being from Philadelphia, and I mean, we always tuned into what Penn State got going on. But Abdul Carter gonna be definitely effective over up there in New York. But I will say this though, man, you in the division with the Eagles, baby. So them days where you're not playing us, at Duke Carter, bro, you a op now, bro. In those days you play the green team, you a op. But you know, when y'all play the Cowboys or DC, you know what I mean? All shout out to Abdul Carter. I'm proud of him,
Right.
bro. Somebody who came from an organization that I played for, that Ryan played for, and to
Hmm.
actually see somebody make it from that organization that should have had multitude of talent in the league because the
Hmm.
Aztecs held the city down for years, for years. We was winning
Hmm.
city championships going to Florida for years. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So
Yep.
shout out to Abdul Carter for breaking the mold. But you're a giant now, gang, so it's still
It's a
Eagles
couple
Nation, you know
dudes
what
in
I'm
the league,
saying?
but it's finally good to see one of these top guys that I mean, we always thought we had the talent, but to actually be have it on the national
He's
scene,
showing
you feel what I'm saying,
Pop
was
show
amazing. You feel what I'm
Pop show
saying? So
all us, if you got
yeah.
because before we used to think coming
Yep.
from the
But
city,
no, I
man.
mean, listen, we ain't gonna forget about DJ. You know what I'm saying? You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
for sure,
So,
for sure. But we
but
used to think,
yeah, yeah, but
coming
Abdul, that was major, man.
coming for the city, those making it to the league was just a
And
dream
he
for
played
real.
for the
It
Tech
wasn't
too.
like how
Yeah,
they got that
Pop. You know what I'm
pipeline
saying?
out
But I mean,
Cali. Like you see all them
FSU.
dudes coming out of Cali, they got that
Yep.
pipeline going straight to the
But
league.
when me and Ron was in Washington, that's when they came down though. Like we went to school with Sharif Floyd. He was the
Yeah,
first one that
shout out
really
to Reef.
put shout out to Reef. He was the first one that really put the talent of Philadelphia on the map. And they came out, they was like, oh, y'all got skill players too. Like, bro, no, it's
We
talent, bro. I'm talking about
we been,
hanging off of fucking trees, my boy. All you gotta do is pluck
been.
them motherfuckers and grow that shit rightly. But
It's just our
everything
place is
is you
too
gotta
close to
snatch
the
these
streets.
dudes up out of I was just about to say that. You know, a lot of these dudes they come home off of spring break and this they right back in the middle of this drill shit that y'all seeing on YouTube as well. You get what I'm saying? So as we do all this, it's kind of intertwined with everything in the city as far as
The culture.
to yeah, the culture, music, everything,
Street
fashion.
life,
You feel
all
what I'm
of it,
saying?
all
Street
of
life,
it.
exactly. You feel what I'm saying?
Cause
So
that's some of the reasons why some of our
that's the
biggest and
thing.
brightest rappers ain't never went to superstardom like Will Smith because a lot of us be having one foot in our profession and one foot out in the streets, and a lot of
Yep,
dudes,
you gotta
unfortunately,
have
they succumb to the the wickedness of the streets because it's so close
for
to us
sure.
as we trying to chase our dreams. You know what I mean? You gotta be a real sturdy, solid, focused guy to be able to ignore the streets and keep pressing on your dreams because there's a lot of talented people in Philadelphia, not just
Yep,
rappers. We got sports players,
yep,
actors and actresses. It's a lot of talent.
yep,
Our block
yep.
alone got a lot of potential on it. You know what I'm saying? So, like I
Hmm.
said, if you could just stay focused and ignore the streets while you pursue your dreams, man, the sky's the limit for the city of Philly, man. There's nothing but talented people in that city.
Yep. Don't let any mistake define you. You feel what I'm saying? If you slip up, man, don't let that shit define you. Don't make it worse. Just straighten up. You feel what I'm saying?
Stay
We know
focused.
Abdul had his issues in his past and still became the number 3 overall pick in the NFL draft. But what y'all think about him asking for the 56 number though, man? What y'all
Oh,
think
that
about
was
that bold shit?
yeah, that was crazy. That was overstepping boundaries. I'm gonna tell you why. Cause
Yeah, man. You think?
cause
I
Lawrence
like my
Taylor,
boy, but damn.
Lawrence Taylor should be one of the last Hall of Famers to be asked for their number. Cause he was
And
the
I think
best
he said he
player.
don't want to give it to him.
You know, he said, "No, young fella,
Exactly.
you gotta."
Cause ain't no
I
way in
love
the
your
world,
game, but no, you
ain't no way in the
gotta pick
world
him up a little.
you going
Ain't
to fill
nobody
those
know
Yeah.
who
shoes.
the
My number
Ain't no way in
retired
the
for a
world you
reason,
gonna fill them
player.
LT shoes. There's no way in the world you gonna fill them LT shoes. And even if you had the
Not in
opportunity,
this
I don't
game.
think he gonna be in New York that long. I feel like
is.
he's signing up for the Saquon Barkley John. He gonna be
Experience.
there for 4 to 6 years and he gonna somehow end up an Eagle. And
Mm-hmm.
they he gonna win the Super Bowl with the Eagles. I'm just
Oof.
saying it early. I'm just
That's
calling it early.
all right, so he's saying that in Monday, April 28th, 2025. So stay around for
Be
five, six
around,
years
guys.
and see.
I said
You
that
feel what
about
I'm saying?
Saquon. I remember when I
Yeah.
was saying that Saquon was gonna be
We
people
fuck
was
around, be on
laughing at
ESPN or
me.
something by then, because look, listen, the way they going, they need some
They
people
need
that
some
they can
help.
trust.
They need
Who
some help.
Yo, but the
we gonna stay
Giants,
away from that? We gonna stay away from that one.
yo,
You
but the
know what I mean?
Giants coming around though, man. They're coming to
Holla at us,
A.
ESPN.
The Giants
But yeah,
coming to
man,
A.
facts, man, facts. Great fit right up the road, and hopefully the Giants do right by him, man. I just we'll see, man, we'll see. But
You don't want
congrats,
to hate. You don't
Abdul,
want to
top three
hate.
pick. That's a major jump. Fuck no, man. I don't want
Very
to. I
proud
mean,
of that young
we know
man.
how
You
the
know,
Giants
North
is,
Philly in the
man.
building. North Philly in the building. They're very proud of
That's
that
it.
man.
No
Dog.
Philly in
Don't
the
be asking for
building.
the
Yes,
56.
sir. Yes,
You
sir.
ain't even
Yes,
get a
sir.
Show,
you ain't
bro.
even get a sack
Shout
yet.
out to the tech.
You can't get the 56, bro.
Nah. That's a bold statement, my boy.
Right,
That's a bold
right.
statement. You know what I mean? That's a bold ask. But all right. Let's get over to the NBA, man. And we got some somber, sad news to break that just was released earlier today, man. It's official. Damian Lillard tears his left Achilles. What's your reaction to this news?
Yeah, man. As a guy who picked the Pacers in six, well, first and foremost, here at the MadMizzy Sports Show, we definitely want to send our love out to Dame Lillard in a speedy recovery, a speedy recovery, Dame, from the MadMizzy Sports Show. But outside
Yes,
of that, I
sir.
had the Pacers in six. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Uh, so for me, early vacation. You know what I'm saying? The earlier you get on vacation, the earlier you can heal, the earlier you can get back, Dame. Y'all not winning without Dame. I don't even know if y'all's gonna win with Dame.
Nah.
Pacers in six, baby. Pacers in six.
Pacers at 6. Pacers at 5. This shit is
That's what it's
over.
looking like. That's what it's
Facts.
looking like. That's what it's
Now
looking
he's
like.
still saying six.
I'm just trying to be humble for the Milwaukee fans. There's a lot of Milwaukee fans that tap into the show.
Hey, hey, man. This is the Mad Mizzy Sports Show, man. I know Ron Money had the Bucks in 7, but
Hmm.
hey, Dame, you get all my condolences, man, from the Mad Mizzy Sports Show, man. Go get back up there, full
Bad
recovery,
John,
man.
man.
Bad
Bad
joint.
John.
Bad joint. Hopefully you have a speedy recovery. Come back healthier than ever, than shine on these boys. Hopefully Giannis still there though.
That's the
Hopefully he's
question
Bouncy,
I'm gonna
bouncy.
ask. But yeah, that's my reaction. Is just like I mean, like y'all said. I mean, that's what else can you say? I mean, I seen it when it happened. Like they said non-contact, and I watched the replay because we was on the road, so I was missing it a little bit. Then the news just went through. I'm like, damn. Then I seen it. I'm like, damn, that shit looked like the Kevin Durant injury. And then it was kind of the same thing. He had the leg blood clots, and he rushed back, so he probably was straining that those legs trying to get in the shape. And you 34. I think he 34, 35, something like that. You know what I'm saying? So you putting that stress on, that extra stress, and it's a bad job, man. And it's sad because I mean this team just was a big ass what if. You feel what I'm saying? Like I think they had the right idea in mind, but they gave up too much in the pursuit of Damian Lillard, probably. They gave up on Coach Bud too fast when they knew that they was gonna go out there and get a superstar to try to pair up with Giannis. The injuries hit him last year, hit him again this year. It's bad, man. And I don't know if Giannis gonna stay, man. It's
I think they
It's
gave
looking
up
to
on
me.
Chris Middleton too fast. Look, you gave up a perimeter stopper and an offensive player. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah, a
vibe
dude
with
that, yeah, yeah,
and you got back a Kuzma that don't play no D. Like
yeah,
the bad trade, bro. Like, and I said it when they did it. I didn't like the
yep,
trade because you giving up a valuable asset on the court with Giannis. You know what I'm saying? Even when he's not on the court with Giannis, you knew what Chris Middleton brought to the court. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
Even if
Right.
mm.
Giannis needed a break, you still had Chris Middleton out there that could give you 35 to
No.
25. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Kuzma not giving you no 35, 25.
And Chris
He ain't
Middleton
doing
not neither. Chris Middleton not neither. Not today. Not today. Not today,
it.
Ryan. It
And
was
he's
a
on
Yeah,
trade
that
that's
that
the thing. We don't know what they was what they might have known medically about Chris. You know what I'm
not
saying? As far
today.
as
Not today. Ryan,
not for
Ryan,
no
you talking about
Kuzma.
people
Not for no Kuzma. You tripping.
that's
you
true.
had yeah,
You
but you
say you
went
tripping.
healthier though. At least you made the attempt to go healthier, bro. I like
Yeah,
you can't knock the attempt. They tried and on the real, you blaming Kuzma. Giannis went down
I'm blaming
when
the
once
manager. I'm blaming
huh?
the manager. I'm blaming the manager.
All right, but what I'm saying is you blaming
I ain't
Kuzma because you
blaming
say he don't
Kuzma.
play
He's
no
not that
D.
good. I
But
can't blame Kuzma. He's not that good.
it was a decent attempt though, Ryan, to go younger or to go younger at that position.
No,
Uh,
you keep the core until Giannis leave. You keep the core until Giannis leave. You
Ryan,
don't
you would
do
have just
that.
had two hurt dudes on the team. You'd have just it wouldn't have just been Giannis. I mean, it wouldn't have just been Dame. It would have been Dame and Chris Middleton.
We don't
They
know
both
that.
would have been down. Right?
We don't know that.
We just seen Dame go down. So how don't I know
Okay,
about that?
you still got Chris Middleton to rely on.
Middleton was battling injuries.
Who they
He was
relying
yeah,
trying
on?
to.
They relying on Giannis. He can't
yeah.
do it
That's a
by
fact.
himself. He can't do it by himself.
Chris Middleton ain't the answer.
Come on, man. He
He
won
not
the
the
ring with
answer. That's
Giannis.
why they got rid of him. He wasn't the
No,
answer.
he won the ring. I said you don't get rid of the core until you get rid of Giannis. You gave up
But
on the
that's the
core.
thing. I don't think they bringing back Brooke next year or Bobby, and they both
Everybody
free
leave.
agents.
Everybody
So
gotta go. Everybody go.
yeah, I
The
think the
only
thing might blow up after this year, my boy. Yeah, man.
the only person you think
Because
about
they, at the
re-signing
end of the day, regardless, even if Chris is out there, I will say this, Ron. Another thing about the Bucks is they all just old and slow
They
outside of
all just
Giannis.
old
You
and
feel what I'm
slow.
saying?
They all
Like
just old and
that's
slow.
the main reason they probably not gonna bring Brooke back. Is yeah, he could give you a bucket every now and again, but he get chewed up on the defensive end. Like
And
outside
now
of
that
being
these young
like he
dudes,
blocks shit, but
and now that
he
these
be getting
teams
chewed
got
up.
these,
he's
now that
in
these
court.
teams got these players
Yeah,
that's like super
And
mobile,
they gave him
chasing
a coach.
rebounds. Brooke, what you gonna keep
yeah,
having Brooke on the out like at the three? Like I mean, and
yeah. And
Bobby
then
Portis,
he,
he lost his step too.
oh
Bobby
yeah,
Portis lost his step
Man, they
too. It's just
getting
a
out
bunch
yeah,
of
coached.
dudes
They
who
getting out
lost his
coached.
step.
They getting out
yeah,
coached, bro.
They're
Getting
too
out
yeah.
coached.
late, Ryan. This Milwaukee Bucks team is just a year or two too late. They suffer from the same thing the Sixers suffer from. Assembled 1, 2 seasons too late.
Nah,
Yeah,
nah.
the only thing I think the Bucks organization right now they just got to be happy that they got one out of Giannis because
That's it.
he probably
That's
Yeah,
gone,
it.
that's why
bro.
I'm saying there's
They,
no comparison with the Sixers. We didn't get shit out of Embiid. We didn't get
you know what I'm
shit out of
saying?
him.
So
The
No, I'm
MVP.
talking about as far as this getting Paul George is just 1 season too late. It's just too late. That's it. It's just too
No,
late.
they shouldn't even got Paul George. They should have just paid
yeah,
James Harden.
James
They should
Harden.
have
Yeah, they
paid
should have just
James
gave
Harden.
bread to James
Harden
Harden.
was going to take the money and roll. He wasn't staying with the Sixers.
I mean, the Harden I'm seeing, it
No,
looked
he's
pretty good.
still good. He's still good enough, but he wasn't going to stay with the Sixers. He was going to get the payday and he was going to walk.
Oh well, oh well. You got to live with it. You gonna pay a
So you can say
34.
that about the Sixers, but you can't say that the Milwaukee Bucks got to live with Trey and Kuzma for Middleton. They don't got to live with it. Milwaukee don't got to live with it.
I just
Oh,
said
they
they.
damn sure gotta live with it.
Yeah, both teams got to live with it. They in the same
Yeah,
predicament. 1 season too late.
I said you don't make no trades until everybody leaves. But they didn't have no
They
loyalty with Chris
started. They
Middleton.
started by sending Chris Middleton goofy ass right up out of here. They
this
started,
shit is
and
goofy.
there's about to be a bunch of other
Hey,
dudes on
Chris,
this
you ain't no
free agent
goofy.
team.
We rock with you on here.
That was the wrong trade. Who they should have traded was Brooke
I do think
Lopez.
it was the injuries though, Ron. I don't think it was, you know what I'm saying, and like I mean they old and slow. That's why I mean they went out for Kevin Porter Jr. too. You feel what I'm saying? Like they
Right,
trying to get young and athletic, you know what I'm saying?
right.
So
They should have traded
that's
Brooks
how
Lopez.
that's because I mean we gonna speak on this team, but outside of like that's kind of what was like the prominent thing that I'm taking away from the Lakers series is outside of AE, like bro, they just young and all athletic as fuck. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm looking at Julius Randle just checking this shit out, Brian, and Brian just all he doing is bitching to the ref. Cause he old. He like, I ain't the prime me. You feel what I'm saying? It's like you can't really do nothing when it ain't the prime you and you just figuring it out. So I don't know, man. It's a bad joint in Milwaukee, man. But like I said, I think for them though, Ryan, Chris Middleton got to be happy he got that ring. Drew, he got to be happy that I mean they let him walk because he got the ring and he with another championship team about to chase down what his third ring.
Mhm.
So yeah, man, I feel like everybody. I mean, it didn't work out, but for that core, they got to be happy that they at least got one. You feel what I'm saying? It's what you play for. Sometimes you don't play forever, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
As sad as it is, you know what I mean?
sometimes teams get assembled just for the one. You know what I mean? Just get us
Yep,
one.
yep,
Oh, you know what? He
yep.
definitely did that. Now it's time to get the fuck up out of here. They're already not a big market city, so what's the
Yeah,
point of saying that?
and
What's the
Giannis
point?
already told you. I want to see me and he. I want to see my fellow foreign
This,
players in big markets. Oh, that means you want to be in a big market then.
bro, this
Yeah,
the
you
same
have to.
organization that let Lou Alcindor go to the Lakers
Lakers.
and
Yep,
become Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Like this, the same
yep,
organization that got one with him and Oscar
yep,
Robertson, who could have
Yeah.
easily won more than one.
yep, yep, yep. Great point. Great point. But I foreshadowed it, so let's get the floor to Q. The Lakers
Man.
fall to 1-3, and what's your man doing out there, man? He just gonna be bullying the Lakers like this, man. You
Well,
you
first
wasn't
and
gonna give us the
foremost,
scoop that this is what he was gonna do, huh?
first and foremost, I gotta say, Uncle Shay Shay was dead wrong. Not for any of the crazy allegations he found himself in right today, but solely for the fact of
Not for the
picking,
outside shit.
not for the outside shit, solely for picking the Lakers in five. You gotta do the look away when you do it too. Lakers in
Right.
five. Because right now it's looking like the T Wolves in five. Even though I took the T Wolves in seven because I didn't want to disrespect LeBron, T Wolves in five. That's what it's looking like right now. But I will say this though, I agree with Miz. The one thing that the T Wolves did better was when they traded Cat for Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo was they traded finesse for grit.
Yep.
Last season, this team wasn't
And
as gritty.
athleticism.
Yeah, last year the team was more finesse. You know what I mean? A lot of the same players, but one of the key dudes got traded, and he more of a finesse player, and they bring in a grit player. Julius Randle, I've been hearing nothing but great things. As you hear it, around the NBA, a lot of people saying this is the most aggressive they ever seen Julius Randle in his whole NBA career. And he played for the Lakers, he played
Yep.
for the Knicks, and then he with the T Wolves, and he lined up beside AE.
Hmm.
I can't do but think Michael Jordan, not because of the athleticism, but because when AE is not, drained and his motor burnt out and he actually effective in the fourth quarter making shots. When AE making shots, he making everybody else feel like, yo, AE got that touch. Maybe I got that touch. The same thing I was saying about
Hmm.
Jordan. he,
Hmm.
he made his role players feel like they can be clutch because they see AE be clutch. They see AE make crazy shots. They like, yo, we can make crazy shots if we given the opportunity. AE
Hmm.
passing the ball. We got guys like Nas Reed. Nas Reed 6 for 6 from three.
Feeding off that energy.
The whole
Right.
Lakers series 6 for 6 from three. The whole Lakers series. I mean, he getting smooth buckets off the
That's what
bench.
makes an MVP. All that you describing. You feel what I'm saying?
Julius Randle, he's stepping up on D and on O. DiVincenzo, he's been slacking a little bit, but he's still tight on D. I mean,
Hmm.
Jaden Daniels, SGA cousin. I'm gonna keep calling him SGA cousin until he make us know his name. It's right now. Nikhil Alexander is just
Walker.
SGA cousin, but he on the rise though. I think that this guy moving forward could be that Scottie Pippen S player
He
for
could be that special six man for them moving forward. You feel what I'm saying? That game changer. I like his
So,
game.
so to all the Lakers fans, and there's a lot of y'all Lakers fans on Threads that follow me. It's just D. She a big Lakers fan on Threads. Uh, who else on there? It's Simone. I wonder if Simone was the sports a Lakers fan, but I be seeing a lot of y'all females on Threads, man. Y'all damn near crying
Really.
because the Lakers about to get sent home. That ain't cool. And the only reason why it ain't cool because the future of the NBA is here, baby. He wear number 5, and his name is Anthony Edwards, yo. So get used to watching AE perform under the biggest lights of the NBA because He the future. Point blank. Period. And if he keep playing like this, we might be looking at him in the NBA championship this season. I'm not gonna go out there and say that quite yet.
You already said it, nigga.
No, I still got the Celtics.
Ah,
I still got the Celtics. But I'm
You
telling you,
you
man.
already said it, Ryan. You already said it,
No,
Ryan.
I got the Celtics winning this year. I still got the Celtics
I ain't
winning,
gonna
but
lie, man. If it's Minnesota OKC in the Western Conference Finals, bruh, I would be disappointed because that would mean that they knocked out my Dubs, and we gonna speak on Steph and his greatness.
right.
But that would be such an epic series. But go ahead, Ryan. What are you? As we on the losing boat, what you taking away from? What we taking away from this this ass whooping that
You're
the
a rat.
Lakers taking right now?
You're
I
a
think
rat.
Ryan said Lakers in 5 too.
I
Shit,
said the
how
Lakers.
I didn't even say five, Q. Fuck out of here. Oh no, you talking about Shannon. You talking about Shannon.
I said, this is MadMizzy Sports Show. If anybody don't know, I said the Lakers in 7 because I thought the series was going 7, but this is this shit is over.
Hey
This
Facts.
Ryan, didn't you have a
No
bet? Didn't you
injuries,
have a bet,
nothing.
Ryan?
only if they got swept. That was the bet
Oh,
we would have had.
All right.
This bull, man. This bull, man. He
He
different,
feeling
man.
himself. He feeling himself.
Talking about still got Boston. We seen you what you put. I
Hey,
seen the
he a
tweet. He
legend
talking
killer.
about the championships. Now he talking about Boston and MadMizzy Sports Show.
Uh,
This boy, man. This boy funny, man. But we all get
oh
it.
man.
Man. We all get it. But it's a guy that's waiting for somebody right now. My guy, SGA.
Ooh.
Come across SGA.
Ooh.
No, SGA got something to say.
Ooh.
Over Michael
That'll be a
SGA.
Jordan?
clash of the Titans right there. But no, don't ain't is SJN. I think the OKC they waiting for the winner of the Denver Clipper series, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Well, this makes it even better. My man Steph gonna have something to say. He ain't taking out Steph like he gonna do LeBron. No, that's not gonna happen.
Why
That's not
not?
gonna happen.
Why
What
not?
you mean? Why not? My man Draymond, the defensive player of the year, candidate. What
Anthony
you talking
Edwards
about?
led the Anthony Edwards led the league in threes made, 3 pointers made this year.
Okay, my man do that too.
He
You act
jumped
like my
higher
man
than
don't do
Steph.
that.
He could
You
pass
like
the
my man
ball
don't
like
do
Steph.
that. He's
He
the
could
best
dribble the
3-point
ball
shooter in
like Steph.
history.
He could shoot the ball like Steph. Why can't he?
My man,
It's just,
my man, come on, man. My man
he
Jimmy
can do
Butler not
everything
these
Steph
balls.
can do. He can do
Jimmy,
everything Steph can do, but
not these balls. Playoff
huh?
Jimmy, not these boys, bro. Playoff Jimmy, not these boys. He gonna have him on locks.
Playoff Jimmy gonna have Anthony Edwards on lock.
Come on, bro.
We
Bro, they
talking
got
He
about the
these
said, "Come
greatest
on,
player
bro."
since Michael Jordan.
out here in AR-15 trying to stop Anthony eight
You
eight
think
eight.
you
Come
think
on, bro.
old
Yeah, that
head Jimmy
shit was
Butler can't
bad,
stop
bro.
Anthony
That
Edwards,
shit
bro?
said jab
Jimmy Butler.
step, pop, big step
Come
back,
on,
three.
bro.
I said, "Oh my god, bro!" He
Yo, Ron
fucked
Money, you think Anthony,
Austin Reeves up.
you think Jimmy Butler going slow down my man Anthony Edwards
I mean, I
by
don't think
himself?
ain't
By
nobody gonna be
himself?
able to stop this man. This man is on another verge. He's on another planet. Ain't nobody stopping him. But he could slow him down. He could slow him down. He
One
could
on
be
one?
he
One on one?
man, come man, ain't nobody gonna stop him. Ain't nobody gonna stop him. He gonna get his. But don't act like Jimmy ain't gonna know what to do to him. But let
To
me get back
me,
to my point.
to
Though.
me,
Let me get
I
back to
went.
my point.
Go ahead.
This summer, when he went to the Olympics with LeBron, KD, and Steph Curry, they showed them something, and he just bringing it to the
He was taking them
court.
notes.
He
He was
took
taking
them
them
notes
notes.
there. This is why this shit matters.
They
I mean,
said he
I
was
want my
chilling with
man to
Steph
beat
the
over.
whole time.
I didn't want my man to beat over there, but this shit really matters. It only brings the confidence out of the player. We all know he's good. He's great. We all know he's great. But this shit only brings out confidence, and that man got confidence. And like you said, Quants, the team is just showing up. Julius Randle having his best career in his playoff young career. Nas Reed, he's just basically
They too
he's just
deep for the Warriors, Ryan. This team is too deep for the Warriors.
okay. All right. That's just how you feel. But all right.
No,
But
that's just what it
They
is.
definitely
That's
got
not
the
how I
depth.
feel. When I look at they starting five, then he bench. Who do Golden State got that's gonna compete with Nas Reed?
Gary Payton Jr., he could come off the bench and give you 15.
One nigga 6'7", the other nigga 5'7".
He played D though. He played D.
Yo,
Don't act like
nah,
he don't
nigga can
play
shoot
D.
threes over the board here, right?
He played D too though.
You gonna see how
He
fast
played D.
Nah really pull the trigger on on them threes?
Come on,
It's
bro.
gonna be an interesting matchup.
He dropping them. He
T-Wolves in
making tough
6.
shots.
I mean, the
And I'm
He
a
Dubs
and
making
got to
I'm
get
a
out
and
the
I'm a
first
Steph
round
Curry
first.
fan.
They got to get a stranglehold first. They might be 2-2 after the night. Yeah, man. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
see it,
yeah.
but I
Yeah.
mean, we
No, no, no,
talking
no,
like
no.
yeah, man. But
No, they
but
might. They
I
might.
mean,
Jalen
for
Green got
me,
something to say.
that this is impressive what we watching from Anthony Edwards. Just not
For
last year,
sure.
but this year. Um, like you said, he instilled that confidence in Carl Anthony Towns, and then they went out there. We was talking about how it was all coming together now that Julius Randle was healthy, and now that they in the playoffs and they was playing their best ball, you seeing the everything coming together. You feel what I'm saying? What they really expected, and that's that ferocity. You feel what I'm saying? Like they a ferocious team, and then you still got Rudy Gobert right there at the back end to kind of like erase everything if you do get by somebody. Which I mean, they front line is tough to get by. You feel what I'm saying? So listen, and then. What I'm seeing is the Lakers just, oh, we said this the first game, and I said that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we saw it when Brian got his shit punched twice back to back. And it's just like they getting worn down, bro. They come out, and the telltale sign is that they come out, they have a hold, they get their holds, and then Minnesota just walk them down. You feel what I'm saying? And then it just be because the Lakers ain't got no legs. They old, bro. So I mean, and then it's a bunch of ISO. That's the other problem. They are relying a lot on the ISO, and right now AR-15 ain't being the AR-15 that he was in the regular season. And Brian, he was when he came back from injury, he wasn't Brian. So it's a tough job, man. It's a tough job. We should have seen
Luca
that.
gunning out there. Luca
What you
really
say?
gunning out there, bro. He ain't seeing the court.
Nope. And that's because they talking, so he want to get back and play one-on-one ball. It's like, bro, and that's the other thing, Q. That's you know you ain't gonna play that ISO ball against the Dubs. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to be
No,
on
no,
point out
I
there.
ain't
You know what I'm
expecting
saying?
that. I
So
ain't expecting that. I'm just expecting that one team is gonna be deep, and the other
oh, for
team got
sure.
they got the players to compete with the T Wolves, but they in their heyday, man. I mean, you gonna have Draymond Green out there battling with Rudy Gobert, Julius Randle. You gonna have Jimmy Butler trying to keep up with AE. I mean, I expect Steph to still get off, but other than that, Steph
Yeah,
got worried about Mike Conley. Like it's
go
gonna be a
the
good
Minnesota
series.
do go deep with the
Mike
players
Conley
that
not even,
can snap out. You know what I'm saying?
not even a force in this series. Mike Conley not even a force in this series.
I seen he made a three the other night.
Wow. First
I
three.
see you made
Wide
it three
open.
the
He
other
was
night.
wide open.
Game four, his first three in game four. Okay. The man averaging like 5 points this whole series.
Yo, you do know he played 20 seasons strong, bro. He like in
I
season
do
20,
know that.
right?
I do know that.
And the fact
Yeah,
I
that we
do
he
still
up
saying
there
his
too.
name,
I only averaging 5 points.
yeah, but this not a young Mike Conley, and he's still effective. That's all
He's
I'm
going to
saying.
get cooked, bro. Steph is going to cook that man. And he's not going to be
Yeah, that's the
effective on
thing. Which y'all, you think they gonna put AE on him? Who they or they gonna put Jay? Because whoever they put on Steph gonna get wore down.
He's going to get cooked, bro.
I
So they
say double
probably they
teaming.
gonna try to put Jaden on him.
I say double teaming. But if you gotta put somebody on him, yeah, put SGA cousin on him or put Jaden on him.
Yeah, I
Look,
think Jaden probably
Both
get
boys,
the
both boys can
assignment.
keep up with him, and they both tall.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a good
SGA.
series. It's gonna be a good
Nikhil is
series.
he long as fuck for real, for real. He got a crazy wingspan. But yeah, we gonna see. I mean, the
all that shit.
Dubs, like I said, they gotta take control of their series first. But right now, Minnesota looking super impressive to me right now. And I was always a fan of Dante. You feel what I'm saying? And like, I mean, his shot not falling, but he always got the grit, athletic. You feel what I'm saying? Going to bring it on the defensive end, going to be a good decision maker with the ball. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, they got a nice little lineup. You feel what I'm saying? And it's finally coming together. But we gotta talk about the guy, the shooting guy, man. What did y'all take away from Steph's performance? What was that, Saturday? Yeah, Saturday night against the
Amazing.
Rockets to push the Warriors to a 2-1 lead over the Rockets.
Amazing, man. Despite everything I just said about, them going up against the T-Wolves, Steph's still my favorite player in the league right now. With, AE on the rise, of course, but Steph just amazing, doing amazing stuff, shit. You know what I'm saying? Putting his team in the best positions to win. You know what I mean? Being effective from three, being the ultimate player for the Warriors, and that's crazy because I don't even think Jimmy Butler played the last game,
Did
Nope.
not.
and they still was able to embarrass the Rockets, who's well coached, normally a well prepared team.
Right.
And Steph just went out there and just made it look easy. Steph
Hmm.
being Steph, doing Steph things. So shout out to Steph. You know what I mean? I really want the Warriors to win the chip this year. I want the Warriors to win the chip this year. But uh unfortunate for them, Minnesota in their way. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see when they get to the series. But as of now, Steph the best, and hopefully he keep proving me wrong because I want the Warriors to win the chip this year. That's all I gotta say about that, Ryan. What you got, Ryan?
I mean, very impressive game by the greatest shooter guys has ever created. You know what I'm saying? In words of
Hmm.
Stephen A. Smith. Shout out to Stephen A. Smith. Um,
Facts.
it's just a huge
A
disappointment on
goat in
Houston.
himself.
Yeah, yeah, this huge disappointment on Houston, man. You can't let a game like this slip away. You know what I'm saying? Because now you on the verge to go down 3-1, even if Jimmy
Yeah.
don't play again. So if Jimmy don't
Uh-huh.
play
They
again,
expecting him to play though.
they
They
expected him to
expecting
play.
him to play tonight. Yep.
So that's what I'm saying. So a game like that, you have to win that game. You have to. It's a must win. Even though
Hmm.
it wasn't a must win, but it was a must win, and they didn't
Hmm.
win. So this was just a bad game from Houston. I don't know what's going on. Sagoon been their best player this whole series. I know Jalen Green had that 38-point game, but where has he been this whole entire series? He dropped 7 points game one and came back
Nah.
game three with 9 points.
36.
Like
Yeah, 9 points. Yeah.
what is going
Yesterday
on?
or Saturday.
Yeah, what is going on, bro? That was a must-win game, and they end up losing the game because some role players
Inexperience.
end up right inexperience, and some role players came up to play for Golden State. So what you think
Yep.
gonna happen today? One of the greatest coaches in the game. He's gonna X, Y, and Z it, and then they might win again, especially if Jimmy Butler play. So now the
Yep.
whole offense is just
They
coming.
going for the gentlemen's. They going for they like I said, they going for the stranglehold today. You know what I'm saying? They trying to put them in submission tonight.
Right, and even if y'all do win Game 5 back in Houston, y'all still got to come back to the dub where y'all might get beat again. Like this was just a bad game. I like Ime Udoka. He proved himself that his systems work and it do, but they need an offensive scorer and they need to find one. And Jalen Green, we might have to raise some eyebrows. No, I ain't gonna raise no eyebrows. I ain't gonna put him on him
He's still
now because
young. What's this
yeah,
like
this
his third year in the league?
yeah, third year in the league. This is first NBA playoff, so I'm not
Yeah.
going push it to the brink. But you playing the greatest team ever. Like I'm not saying the greatest team ever, but these boys been here.
Yeah.
These boys on their 41st, the 141st playoff appearance, so they know the ins and outs of the playoffs, and they just making it hard for the young fellas. So I'm not even gonna go there, but
Yeah.
he need to wake up because he's the best player on Houston, and he's the only way they win this series. And if he don't show up, the Warriors in five.
But this is what Steph kind of does to the competition. You feel what I'm saying? Like, especially when those dudes are the centerpiece, like he is. Like, I tip my cap to James because he would put up a good fight. But a lot of dudes, bro, especially when Steph start doing what he doing, that shit discourage him, bro. Like, did you see some of the shit he was doing, bro? You feel what I'm saying? It's like
He pulled up right in Dylan Brooks' face, and he already knew it was going down. He
facts.
walking back.
Started running down the court, and
He
he
was
didn't
out the
put the ball down. He just jab stepped him. He said, "Bop, boop, back." Smack started running the other way. Come on, bro. Yeah, we
Come
lost
on,
this
man.
game,
You
bro.
can't learn
You
this in
feel
school.
we lost this game.
You
And
can't learn this in school. You can't learn this in school. That's
yep,
exactly what's going to happen in Minnesota.
yep.
Like,
Well, I ain't gonna
man,
say that. I wanna but this is like Q was saying, that's kind of the Anthony Edwards effect. Like once Steph started hitting them shots in the third, Then that's when you started seeing Buddy Hill start hitting them shots. That's when you started seeing Quentin Post start hitting them shots. That's when the avalanche started coming because for one, them shots gonna be open because they listen. I can't let this dude beat me. You feel what I'm saying? So they gonna give the open shots to them dudes, and they gonna be confident to knock it down because, like Q said, when you seeing other the god on your team doing god like shit, listen, I
Right,
can knock down this shot. You feel what I'm saying?
right.
So that's that confidence that they instill in their teams, and man, it was amazing to see once again at this age, man. I think it's going to be an epic showdown if they do happen to see Minnesota. But yeah, man, I feel
It's
like
gonna be a great series.
they both having that same effect right now on their teams. You get what I'm saying? But
Yes,
I
they.
mean,
I agree.
Minnesota is a lot younger though, man. I will say that, and they a little bit deep, but that we'll
Shit,
see what we'll see
shit,
if the experience that Minnesota gained last year is. I mean, but they went through the. I don't know. It's gonna be hard. You know, I'm going with the Dubs, but
in the
listen,
playoffs.
man, I
In
ain't
the
gonna get in the
playoffs.
argument. I'm gonna let Ron and Q get into the debate. You know what
No,
I'm
That
no,
shit
saying?
no.
But
don't
yeah,
I'm with the
in the
Warriors.
playoffs.
I rock with Steph. I really rock with
I know
Steph.
that. I know that.
It's just that
That shit don't
AE is
matter in
the
the playoffs, bro.
he the
That shit do
future.
not
Facts.
matter in the playoffs how young you is. Look at Houston. They about to be down 3-1. They the youngest team.
I
Yeah,
think
but
we got to
Houston
start
don't
talking
got
about
nobody
Anthony
like
Edwards as a
AE
top
on their
five player in
team
the
though,
NBA right
Ryan. Come
now.
on,
Now,
Ryan.
Look at the Lakers. Look at the Lakers. Look at the Lakers. They down 3-1 to one of the youngest teams in the league. Look.
They
AE
best
top
player is
five NBA right
40.
now.
Who? AE?
Top five NBA right now.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I think that's the convo we got to start having. You feel them? But y'all saying yeah, like listen, no, that I mean that five get filled up real quick once you
Hey,
start
all
naming
I
them. You
know is
feel what I'm
AE in the
saying? But I
building.
know AE in there. Yeah, I
AE in
agree.
the
I agree. I
building.
agree.
AE in the
I agree. I
building.
agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. Somebody might have to get bumped out that we really like. You know what I'm saying? But
Who
the
is
run that he's been on
so
lately,
who the five? Who we got in the
I
five?
would definitely say right now, I would still have Jokic. You got SGA. I would still have Giannis. Then I'll probably put AE in there. Um, I mean that fifth, it's a
I'm
tough
going
one. You feel what I'm
Brian.
saying?
I'm going Brian. I'm going
It's a
Brian.
tough one. I might have Steph at fifth.
Oh yeah, Steph or Brian. I'm going Steph or Brian.
It might be one of the legends, you know what I mean? But then again, I mean one of the young guns could probably fit in there too, you know what I'm saying? So
Yo,
yeah,
see y'all disrespecting the walking bucket,
Embiid.
man. No, no,
Who?
no.
KD?
Jason Tatum.
Oh,
Jason
JT? Ooh! That's what I'm
Tatum
saying.
just
That five get
the
filled up real
walking bucket.
fast. That
Don't
five get filled up real fast. Matter
disrespect
of fact, I
bucket.
like JT. I'll put
I
JT
like
at five.
JT too. I like
I'll put
JT
him at
too.
five. I'll put him at five.
I like Tatum too.
You have to
I got
put
him at
JT.
five. That was
And
good. All
if you
right.
would have asked the question at the beginning of the season, JT not
We
here.
might have to make a groupie real quick and come out with our top five players in the NBA that we all agree
Yeah.
on and see what the chats think about it. You feel what I'm saying? We'll come up with that for the next episode. You feel me? But let's get over to another team that's just too young right now. The Pistons blow another game. What the hell is going on with the Pistons? I was about to text in the groupie like, yo, the Sixers fans got to be mad because Tobias is balling and James Harden balling, but I'm like, now the Pistons gonna fuck around and blow this game, and they ended up blowing it. So y'all think they just too young?
Yo, to speak on the whole Tobias Harris thing, man, what it shows me is that he played better in the free flowing offense, man. He don't need nobody slowing up the ball. And then B, unfortunately, he slows up the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Harden, when he was with the Sixers, he slowed up the
Yeah.
ball. Tobias Harris is somebody who like to get the ball moving and moving and moving. Cause the
Mm-hmm.
more the ball moves, the more people eyes is moving, and the more he could get lost and try to make easy buckets, uncontested shots. So
And he a slasher, so it's
he a
more lanes when the
slasher.
ball moving like
Yeah,
that. Yep.
yeah. So I feel like this game we get to see more of his game, and I like him better with the Pistons. I ain't gonna lie, I like him better with the Pistons. But this game came down to a bad call down the stretch because they was letting them play, but then they started calling
That
calls.
shit was crazy.
But
When
then they
you
started.
set that out,
But then the ref started calling calls that just was like, "Yo, what for? Y'all should have y'all just finished calling the game. How y'all been?" Because at one
right? Just
point
let them rock out.
the Knicks was down like 10 late, but they was able
Mm-hmm.
to rebound, especially once Jalen Brunson wrapped his ankle up, came back out the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
He got tunnel vision. You know what I mean? He came out the tunnel
Yep.
with tunnel vision, and they pulled out the win. So shout out to the Knicks, but Detroit, y'all just got to learn how to keep the game together. You know, even when the game is neck like super close. You know, the game is super gritty, super close. Y'all just gotta learn how to keep your composure and keep your
Close
foot
the
on these
games
games
out,
neck.
man. That's the hardest part. You know what I'm saying? Is closing it out all the way through that fourth.
But y'all let Brunson get loose, and y'all had help, and the Knicks had help from the refs. But outside of that, I like the Pistons game plan. I just want them to be able to close the games out. Y'all got to work on closing these games out because y'all should have won that game. There's no reason
Yep.
the Pistons should be down 3-1.
Yep.
That was an easy 7 game series. Knicks Pistons was the easy 7 game series, and that was looking like
Hmm.
Knicks in 6 or at least Knicks in 5. And I
Shoot,
had the
they
Knicks
should be up
winning,
3-1. If any team should be up 3-1 for real, for real.
Right, but
and
they
I had
haven't
the
been the
Knicks.
better team all
I had the
series.
Knicks in 6. I had the Knicks
Yep.
in 6. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
what you got, Ryan?
Yeah, I got my take on this game. I don't think the Pistons is too young. I just think they got cheated on a home court. You know what I'm saying? You got the
Damn.
player clearly saying he made contact with the guy, so
Yep.
AKA that's a foul. I don't
Yeah,
understand what type of time he
that's
was
definitely a
talking about.
foul.
Yeah, I don't know what he was talking about. You could be cocky about it now because the
Yeah,
indecision
you
game.
can't go. Yeah, you can't go back and replay the game. The game is over. Yep.
Right, but I don't think they too young. This series should have went 7. The better team winning 7 games, win the 7th game. That's how they should have played it, you know. But
Hmm.
I guess whoever cut the check from New York cut the check from New York. But the Pistons literally was the best team these 4 games out in this series. They literally
And
was the
Cade
best
Cunningham
team
been the best player in the series, the
in the
three of the
series.
4 games.
These 4 games,
Outside of the first game, he been the best player on the floor. Cade.
they should be winning this series. They should have been winning the series 3-1, and it should have been like 2-2 or whatever. But there's no way they should have one win. They should literally be winning the series 3-1. But I think they got cheated game 4 by the referees. It was obviously a missed call. But shit like that in this type of situation, that situation should not determine the game because now the series is determined by that game in that missed call.
Yep.
So this is nonsense. I don't really like it.
Yeah.
Some they should have got New Jersey should have called down in Detroit and was like, no, that's a foul. Let have them win it from the line. Now, if it was a turnover or a missed free throw, all right, the decision was
Different.
made. It would have
Right.
been different. But
Yeah, you
you can't
can't
have
end
that.
the game on a foul. That's
You
not
can't.
called.
Yeah, no, that's no. That
That's a
especially in the
bad
playoffs,
joint.
right? Especially when it
Facts.
determines a series. This cannot happen.
Facts.
If I'm JB
Pistons can't let
Bickerstaff,
that come to that though. They damn sure can't let that come to that. Yeah, man.
yeah, if I'm JB Bickerstaff, I'm socking one of the referees. They have to get socked. Somebody got to get socked because now I feel as though my team get cheated. My team got
Yeah.
cheated, so
Yeah.
somebody has to get socked. Somebody that's
I
cheating.
definitely think they might be a little too young though, man. Cause I
I
mean they've
don't
been
think.
having just major leads. I think the first game that's definitely to me an experience to give up a 21-0 run in the fourth
Yeah,
quarter. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
they
and you in
almost had
Madison Square Garden, so probably
right,
was feeling yourselves. You feel what I'm saying?
right,
And
right,
that's a young
right,
team. Yeah, you
right.
don't start feeling yourself until the job is what Kobe say. I ain't happy till the job is done.
Right.
What I gotta be happy about? The job done?
Job
You
done.
feel what
Right.
I'm saying? So I think the Pistons they gotta figure that out. And I just want to give some flowers to Cat though, man, because he made some huge shots yesterday. I'm talking about some tough shits
Oh,
too.
He was
I'm
on
like,
fire.
damn,
He was on
that
like
one
fire.
bro,
Yeah.
that
1-3.
fadeaway joint on the baseline, then the 1-3 to what they took the lead on that joint. I'm like, yeah, this dude,
There's no way
he
he's
really
shooting
wanted to
that.
play for New York. He's no way he's shooting that.
And he had
Again,
4 fouls at halftime too.
Facts, facts. So he played smart throughout the second half, and he was there when they needed him because they needed all those buckets. You dig what I'm saying? So shout out to Cat, man. And then like Q was saying, Jalen, I mean, clutch player of the year. We didn't come back to break that down, but yeah, man, he was a clutch player of the year, and he showed why this past game. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to Jalen Brunson. Congratulations on the award as well.
best
But do
guard in
y'all
the
think the
East.
playoffs? Facts, facts. I agree. Y'all think this playoffs a little too physical, man? Because, I
No,
mean, come on, dog. Ja Morant injured. Jimmy Butler. Motherfuckers is flying out the skies like the motherfucking planes was dropping out the skies.
Even if it is, man, it's definitely been entertaining, and it kept
Oh, for sure.
and it's keeping me glued. So
For sure. But I
it,
don't know, man. I want it to be I to me, I just want the stars to be out there. Like that shit what happened with Jai, and I know everybody's saying you gotta he gotta Pippen gotta lay the ball up, but it's like just in general though, like motherfuckers been clipping motherfuckers' legs, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So I just want the
No, no,
stars to be out there. I love the physical play and all that, but that's some
no.
hard ass fouls, dog.
Jay
Especially
Williams
it's
slipped on the court. He slipped, so he
yeah, I
was
seen
trying to
that.
get
No,
his
no, I
ball.
seen that. Yeah, yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah,
Once you start slipping though, why you still going for the ball, bro? Get the fuck out the way, bro.
I
Get the
think no,
fuck out the
I think
way.
he was trying to get his balance. I don't think he was going for the ball. I think he
Right,
was
right. He
trying to
was
get,
putting his hand down. Yeah, he's
he
putting his
was
hand
trying to
down.
stop his
Right.
ball. He was trying to
Yeah,
stop his
yeah.
ball, and Ja was already in the air. There's nothing he could do about it. He can't stop
Facts.
his ball when he's in the air. Fuck, he
No, once
sliding
you in the
through the
air,
air.
that's the thing. You airborne already. You feel what I'm saying? So I mean, but that's the thing. I mean,
Yeah.
once you got them the athletes that we got. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, I
Right.
just don't. I don't want it to get like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want series decided by that. Because I mean, listen, they was dominating that game, bro. They was up 30. You feel what I'm saying? For them to get swept, and I mean, we knew they wasn't gonna win game four without Ja. So,
Right.
but let's get in our predictions before we end it off, man, and send the people on their way, man. Who y'all taking? I mean. Cleveland looking like a fucking buzzsaw right now. I do want to say that though. They looking like a number one seed. Yeah, man.
BTA. BTA.
Yes. Yes. You know what I mean?
This shit is over.
But
We're gonna be on
who y'all
something.
taking who y'all taking tonight, man? Game four, critical game four, man. Rockets in San Francisco at the Chase. Ah, we all on the wagon then. What side? You know what I'm saying? We going with the Dubs, man. Going with the Warriors. I had the Dubs in five anyway, so yeah. Look like I'm if they
I
get it,
don't know what I
yeah.
had the Dubs in, but I know I had the Dubs winning this series. I don't know what I had, but I had the Dubs winning.
Right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, we was all on the Dubs on that one. But y'all know what
Right.
it is, man. That's our Monday episode. We will be back tomorrow, same time, same place. See y'all there or be square. Feel what I'm saying? Before we get up
Hey,
out of here, though, man.
Shedeur,
We,
you rock out on these boys, Shedeur. You
oh,
rock
man, you
out
better
on these
cook
boys.
these. You better cook these guys, bro.
Shout out to
Like,
the chat and shout out to
I
all
don't
the
even,
Man
I don't
Mizzy
even like
Sports
Cleveland.
supporters out there.
I don't
for
even like
sure.
Cleveland, bro. I'm gonna be the biggest Cleveland fan. They're gonna be actually right. You got another team, the Browns.
I'm at all y'all away games because Cleveland still ass as a city, and I'm not going there. But I'll be at all the away games, bro. With your jersey on, bro. Fuck you talking about? You feel me?
The
But
Browns.
y'all know what it is, man. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that alert button, hit that like button, hit that share button. And when y'all watching this joint, rewatching it, make sure y'all comment on all the topics because we want to know what y'all thinking just as much as what we thinking. You want to throw the cash app out there again, Q?
Dollar sign, what up, squad? Dollar sign, what up, squad? That's how you can support the Man Mizzy Sports Show, guys. It's love.
Yes, sir. And that's what it is. Enjoy the games tonight. We'll be back tomorrow. Squad.
Squad.
Oh, I love you. I love you,
Uh,
Skylar.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.